Hello, friends. So, I have something interesting to share with you, and I hope you can share it with others because what we call science today needs a major upgrade. So, I also have shared with you that I'm writing a book called Digital Dharma. Actually, it's written, it'll be out in September, and the subtitle is How AI Can Elevate Personal Well-Being and Spiritual Intelligence as well. So, in that vein, what happened today was that I was in a WhatsApp group and we were talking about AI. And one of the people in the group said, AI is simply a large database and it answers queries from the large database. So, of course, because I'm playing with AI, I went to one of my AI tools, in this case, Perplexity, as I said, is it fair to state that AI delivers answers from a large database, that AI is essentially a tool for answering queries from a large database? Is that a fair summary? And so the answer was AI summarization tools are natural language processing and machine learning models to generate concise summaries from longer text. They are not simply retrieving answers from a large database. While AI can be used to answer queries, it involves more than just looking up information in a database. The AI models analyze the context and content to generate relevant and coherent summaries. So that's how AI works. It's not inherently intelligent or conscious, but that's why we call it artificial intelligence. So, in the same vein, today, I was looking at some emails that were sent to me, once again, critical of my stance on quantum mechanics and its connection to Ayurveda. I've been vilified, criticized, ridiculed about that for 30 years now. And chief among my critics are people like Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, in the past, Michael Shermer, and many others. And actually, this criticism has, in a way, been very useful because my take on the connection between quantum mechanics and Qualia mechanics and Ayurveda and wisdom traditions was based on experience and intuition with not much science to support it 30 years ago. And so I see the criticism was valid, particularly my take on quantum mechanics and Ayurveda, because, quantum mechanics is a revolution in science, the most recent revolution in science, and Ayurveda is very ancient. So how can we possibly dare to make a connection? And in fact, the last book that I wrote, Quantum Body, got a very dismissive review from Publishers Weekly and said, once again accused me of all the things that I've been saying for 30 years. And so, I continue to articulate my views because I think science needs an upgrade, in my view. As I've said, science models experience and spirituality actually looks at experience directly, and the two can help each other. So this morning I went to an AI toolbox, my AI toolbox, And I said, please help me write an essay on quantum foods, qualia foods. Please help my argument that photosynthesis is the basis of all life on this planet. Therefore, foods with maximum diversity of plant-based foods, essentially plant-based foods with maximum diversity, are life-giving nutrients on this planet. Please explain quantum physics as it relates to, and quantum phenomena as it relates to photosynthesis. Describe a little bit of that in detail, and also qualify that it is a model. The experience of these quantum foods is qualia, which is the 7 colors of the rainbow, and also the 6 states of life as proposed in Ayurveda, the 6 states being sweet, sour, bitter, pungent, astringent, and salt. And it goes to a database and uses large language models to bring things in context and give a pretty articulate answer. So here, let me read to you. What are quantum foods and qualia foods? Quantum foods are and qualia foods are two related concepts that offer a unique perspective on the importance of plant-based foods in sustaining life on Earth. These concepts are rooted in the principles of quantum mechanics and the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda. So that was good. Photosynthesis, the basis of life. Photosynthesis is indeed the foundation of life on our planet. This process, carried out by plants, algae, and some bacteria, converts light energy from the sun into chemical energy in the form of glucose. This glucose is then used by organisms to fuel their growth and development. Without photosynthesis, life on Earth would not exist. Then it goes into quantum mechanics in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a complex process that involves the absorption of light energy by chlorophyll molecules in the plant cells. This energy is then transferred to reaction centers where it is used to drive the synthesis of ATP and NADPH, nicotinamide mononucleotide, etc., NADPH, which are the energy carriers used in the Calvin cycle to produce glucose. Recent research has shown that quantum mechanical effects play a crucial role in the efficient transfer of energy during photosynthesis. The energy transfer process is thought to involve quantum coherence, where the energy can exist in a superposition of multiple states simultaneously, allowing it to explore multiple pathways to the reaction center. This quantum coherence is believed to be maintained for a surprisingly long time, even at room temperature, due to the unique structure of the photosynthetic apparatus. Then it says Qualia and the 7 colors of the rainbow in response to my query. While the quantum mechanical model of photosynthesis is a useful tool for understanding the underlying physics of this process, it is important to recognize that it is just a model. The actual experience of the energy transfer process, known as qualia, is something that cannot be fully captured by the scientific model. Qualia refers to the subjective, first-person experience of a phenomenon. In the context of quantum foods, qualia can be thought of as the sensory experience of consuming a diverse array of plant-based foods. Ayurveda, an ancient Indian system of medicine, recognizes 6 states that are essential for maintaining balance and health: sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. These 6 states are believed to be represented by the 7 colors of the rainbow, which are the fundamental components of light. Quantum foods and qualia foods. Quantum foods are those that contain a diverse array of plant-based nutrients, including the 6 days described in Ayurveda. These foods are thought to be the most life-giving because they provide the body with a wide range of essential nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytochemicals. Qualia foods are those that provide a rich sensory experience when consumed. These foods are typically colorful with a variety of flavors and textures. By consuming a diverse array of qualia foods, we can experience the full spectrum of the 6 days described in Ayurveda, which is believed to be essential for maintaining balance and health. In conclusion, quantum foods and qualia foods are two related concepts that highlight the importance of plant-based foods in sustaining life on Earth. While quantum mechanics can help us understand the underlying physics of photosynthesis, the actual experience of consuming these foods is something that cannot be fully captured by the scientific model as such. By embracing the diversity of plant-based foods and the 6 days and the 7 colors described in Ayurveda, we can nourish our bodies and minds with life-giving nutrients that are essential for our well-being. Then, I asked a further question: what are the 7 colors of the rainbow in the context of qualia foods? And first of all, it gave me a beautiful picture here that you can see. Red stimulates circulation, aids in treating anemia, fatigue, and exhaustion. Orange provides vitality that supports the reproductive and urinary systems. Yellow aids digestion, liver function, and has antibacterial properties. Green creates balance and harmony, supports the heart and blood. Blue soothes inflammation, relieves stress, and supports the immune system. Indigo violet calms the nervous system, aids in respiratory and sinus issues. By incorporating a diverse array of these foods, we can experience the full spectrum of tastes and nutrients which promote well-being. And then, it even correlates with the 7 chakras, the various mantras associated, the chakras associated. So all this supports the idea, and lots of details here: Muladhara, root chakra, yellow, earth element; Swadhisthana, sacral, light blue, water element; Manipura, solar plexus, red, fire element; Anahata, green, heart element; Vishuddha, throat; Ajna, Sahasra, crown; indigo, blue or colorless, ether or space element. So what it's doing here, and also beautiful diagram again here on the 7 chakras and the sounds and all that. So what we're seeing here is that the scientific model is useful in understanding qualia experience, but it doesn't capture qualia experience. Qualia is lived experience, and quanta is the quantification of lived experience. So if you go on Wikipedia right now, you'll see that pseudoscience refers to Ayurveda. Ayurveda is considered a pseudoscience. And of course, I'm one amongst many pseudoscientists. And if you're a member of the yogic community, or you meditate, or you practice Ayurveda, or even understand Ayurveda, you know what I'm talking about. But mainstream science is very dismissive of this, and Wikipedia in particular is almost militantly against calling what we are talking about today science, refers to this as pseudoscience. So if you think that science needs an upgrade, then please share this video with your friends, with your social network, with your professional network. Science needs an upgrade. Current mainstream science needs an upgrade. Let me know if you agree, disagree, and why you do so. Take care, and God bless.